With spring trips coming up, I started sewing pieces that I know I'll actually wear. Today I am sharing a blouse that I made out of a 1 meter gifted fabric, plus a step-by-step look at how I use fishbone hem tape for an easy narrow hem finish. Hi everyone, my name is Karen and this is my channel KGFL Creations. Welcome to another episode of Friday Sews. Before we do anything, I want to talk about what I am wearing today. As you can see, I am wearing one of my new striped tees. I did show it to you last month that I made 2 striped tees plus a long sleeve out of a dotted Swiss dot. Yeah, Swiss dot knit fabric I got from Hobby Lobby. This fabric here I got from Joann's, and I love my tee. This is the classic tee with the scoop neck. Yeah, scoop neck. Yes, love this tee. Did wear this to work today. Weather is a little bit better. It is not hot yet, but it is a little bit better than it was last week. It is getting low at night into the 50s, but oh, thank God, it is not as cold as it was 2 weeks ago. But let's get into what happened here in the sewing room. Kind of hinted last week's video, last Friday, that I was going to pull something that had some color, that had some step, something that would make me happy out of my stash. And so I did. I pulled a fabric that was gifted to me. It was a 1 meter. It was a gift from when I went to Brazil last year. A friend of my mother, she gave me a bunch of fabric, and I made a sleeveless Rhapsody blouse. It's the only thing I can really make out of a woven fabric, out of a rayon, viscose or something that it will fit me. So the Rhapsody was the one. I know I made many Rhapsodies in the past, but I love the pattern, so it is a big repeat for me, and I have no problem making it again and again. So this is the one that I made right here. I pulled this fabric here. It's purple with a lot of different flowers. It is really pretty. And the back with the inverted pleat right here, the yoke. This time I remembered to add a little bit here for a round back adjustment. I added just 1/2 inch, not much, but I did remember to do that. So this one should fit good. I still have to cut this here, the little ties here. They're very, very long. I put them on. I still have to cut it. When I put it on and I tie it, I'll decide how long I want to keep this, and then I'll cut it and just knot at the end so it will stay put. Yeah, but this is very, very pretty. Love this. Love, love, love this one. Let me show you the label. It says such a fun make. Little label here. I made this pretty quick. No trouble at all. I made the bias tape out of the same fabric, and I cut it. It was it 1.25 inches? I think it was 1.25 inches. I like to use the 1/2 inch bias maker, the little contraption. I don't even know what that's called, but the little thing that you pull it through. And I made all of my bias tape, and I made a lot, as you can see here. There's a lot right here. And yeah, this will make me very, very happy. Like I said, this will be good for the summer in Brazil. It's going to be very hot there. It is very hot there right now. So this will be going with me on my trip there. Nice and light. This fabric, really, really nice. I did say in the intro that I use the Fishbone hem tape for this here. Now, if a narrow hem intimidates you, this technique is the one for you. I did record how I did the Fishbone hem tape, how I started, how I lay it down. It was a step-by-step look. It's not a real tutorial, but how I did it. So I'm going to insert that right here so you guys can see from beginning all the way to the end. And I really love this technique because there's no ironing involved before you start. You don't have to fold a 1/4 of an inch and then do again the 1/4 of an inch. None of that. Ironing is only at the end. So I will insert it here for you guys to see, and then I'll come back when we're done with that. I am going to attempt to show you how I use this band roll that I purchased from Amazon. It comes in this little package here. It says Fishbone hem tape. And I am going to show you how I do it. I pulled up the little strings here. First, I cut it. I think I remember showing you on a previous video when I first bought this. You cut this little edge right here, and then you pull these little threads here until you get to the point. I wanted a 1/4 of an inch. Right here, it's a tad little bit more than a 1/4 of an inch because I needed a bit more space to sew. But this is what we're going to do. You need your fabric right sides up to you. You'll take this and you'll lay it down right on the edge. And there's no pinning this. You have to sew. You have to go to the machine and put it in like that and start sewing. I usually go to the other side, so I will do this on this side because that's the way I like to sew. So I'll start right here, somewhere here, all the way around, stitching really close to this edge right here, but you cannot sew through this one, just through these right there. You keep going and going and going all the way around the hem, and when you get to the other joint, you can just overlap it. That's okay. You can overlap it, that's no problem. So just go around and around and around. Remember, right side up with the piece here with the fishbone hem, band roll, whatever this is called, that's what you're going to do. I am going to the machine now, and then we can start from there, and I'll show you how I do this. And then we'll come back here and I'll show you how this gets turned in so we can sew again the hem. This is the way I am holding it, and this is the way I am going to put it under my machine. I like to start somewhere in the back, so if something happens, there's no problem. Nobody's going to be looking straight in the back. And you can see here I have my 1/4 inch on my machine here, so that's what I'm going to look for. I do hope you can see it there where I'm going in. It is not right on this edge here, but right above. This is where I will be sewing, right there. And then I'll be going around and around. Let's get going. When I'm doing something specific, I like to go very slow. So at this point, I am going to speed up this video so you guys don't get too bored, but I am going very slow because I want to make this really, really nice. This top here has a slight curve to the hem, and you can just go around the curve, no problem. Just keep going, and this will kind of open a little bit. Just keep going around. Okay, we are getting to the end. This is where I started, and just going to overlap it and just go through it. So here it is, the overlap, and it's pretty much sewn all the way around. Okay, let's see if I can show you this. You see, mine is big like this. I didn't want to cut it because if I need for a skirt or something, I want it to be long, but mine stops right here. I didn't pull. Actually, let me show you. Kind of stopped here where I pulled all the little strings, so I can use, if I still want to use the rest of it for a skirt with a wide hem, I can still use this. So let's put this to the side right here. Let's hope it doesn't drive me crazy having that big tail there. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We have this right here on this side. Actually, let me just move a little bit this way so I don't have to touch where it's overlapping, because that's a bit tricky. Just want to show you how we fold this. We still have it facing up right here to us. We are going to turn it like this once, and then we are going to turn it again. And this will be our hem. I'll make it tighter when I get to the machine, but this is technically the hem right here. On the machine, we are going to stitch right here, and that's how we're going to catch it. Mine is a tad bit over the 1/4 of an inch because, like I said, I removed too many. But it's fine. It is fine for what I want. I just want something that it's nice, and I don't have to iron this before I make my hem. So let's do this again. It is like this. You go at it once, and it's like this. You see, this side and this side. And as you fold it look at this. As you fold it one more time, it makes the hem, just like that. This is so nice and easy. And again, there's no pinning this at all. All you have to do is make it nice and taut a little bit like this as you go through the machine, and you stitch right here on this little edge. Okay, I started sewing the hem at the same place. This is my little overlap right here. Let's see how this goes. I changed my stitch length to a 3 because I wanted a bit a little longer length for the hem. So there we go. Let's keep going. You see, I'm pulling a little bit, just a little bit, just to pull it, make it nice and tight. You see right here? Not too much, just like crazy fingers. And I am not sewing too close to the edge right here, because right here on the edge It's where I have that one line. I don't want to catch that. So I'll keep on going. And hopefully this will turn okay. You see here, this is where I have the tad bit of a shirt. What is it called? A shirt hem? Shirt hem? Shirt tail hem? Is that what it's called? I don't know. But that's the tiny little curve there. And it's curving around. So that's, just go around it little by little. And I always use my little purple thing because I do not put my finger close to the machine because my finger went through that needle twice in my life. And I don't want to do that anymore. And I am getting to the end right here. You see this other piece? Whoosh. Now when I get to this, I think I'm going to pull this out. Do we have the little spoiler, you see? I'll pull this out because I don't want to sew through that. The only thing I don't like is the nesting here from when we start the machine, but should have done something about it when I started sewing. Now let's get to the table so I can show you the final results. Okay, this is a big jumble mumble mess, but you guys saw it on the machine. I pulled it out right here because I did not want to have the overlap because I wanted to finish the sewing right there. So the only thing to do now is pull this apart, and hopefully my needle did not go through any of these little things here. The last time I did it, it got caught. The needle went right through one of these and it was a bit hard to pull. So now all we have to do is just pull this apart. That's the easiest part. Just pull it out. Let's just hope that it comes out okay. And as usual, I go very slow. I do sew very slow. And this is just the magic of it. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. Let's see the end where I have all of that back stitching to finish the seam. Let's see how this is going to pull. Ooh, wow. And that's it. This will be rolled for next time. And this is my hem. Now the only thing now, I am going to iron this. I did not iron it before. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Don't look at that. That's all my nesting. I have to cut all of this away. And when I iron this, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I just love this technique. Don't know why it took me so long to buy this. It was I saw it on Diane and Stitches, and boy, it's a game changer, I'll tell you that. And I do hope that you liked this little show off of me sewing with the band roll. I think most people call it band roll, and how I do it. Like I said before, maybe I could have stitched it a little closer to the edge. Maybe. But it is fine. I don't see any problem with the hem. This is looking good. And this is my new top. The Rhapsody. Almost done. These are way too long ties here. I have to cut them. And the hem right here. I just need to iron this and it is ready. I had to lower the camera. I actually twisted the camera a little bit for you guys to see how this looks. Oh my God, I just love this. I love it. You guys have no idea. It is so, so cute. Right here, hope you can see it. The little hem. Maybe I'll lower the camera a little bit more so it's coming this way. Let me try that. I lowered the camera a little bit more for you to see the bottom here and the back. This just fits perfectly. That's all I am going to say. Love, love, love this top. For the sleeveless version, let me just lower myself down a little bit so I can be in camera. For the sleeveless version, I always raise here just a little bit. I think this time I did just 1/4 of an inch in the underarm here, so it's a little bit higher. Not that it shows much, but that's the way I like it. Right here. Perfect for the summer. Up here, it's perfect. It fits. Yeah, what can I say? Just love this. This thing here is very, very long, so I think I'll cut it around here, give it a little knot, and yeah, it'll be right there. So that is the last thing I have to do, is just cut this. Actually, both. Cut them, and that's pretty much it for this top. Now, what are the plans for this weekend and for the week ahead? Actually, I don't know. I am going to pull something out of my stash, and for sure it will be something for spring/summer. And yeah, for my travels, I'll pull something out of there and make something nice because, like I said, I'm tired of winter. It will be something for the spring/summer, but I don't know what is going to be. Hopefully by next video, I'll have something ready to share with you. I will just cross my fingers that it comes out okay. Now let's talk a little bit about life. I have been prepping for my trip, which is coming pretty soon, and I'm getting a little bit anxious, as I usually do when I'm going on a trip. Have to put everything together, everything that I need to put in my luggage, all the medication I have to take with me, all the electronics, because I do take my computer, iPad, phone, and all of the other things for my mother, for my stepdad, and on and on and on. So everything that's been happening there. And yeah, I am getting a little bit nervous with that. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you liked the little step-by-step of how I did the narrow hem using the fishbone hem tape. Remember, if making narrow hems intimidates you, this technique might be worth your try. So I do recommend that. Try to get it from Amazon. It's not that expensive. You can get it from Amazon, maybe from other place. I don't know. I got mine from Amazon. It is worth a try. It is definitely worth a try. So if you liked this video, can you please hit that like button below? And if you can also subscribe, it will mean a lot to me. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.